Now, when most people hear the term May Day, they probably think of a pilot who is having an exceedingly rough day at the office. But did you know, here in Finland, May Day refers to the national holiday, which in turn has a huge party in the streets every year on May 1st. And so happy May Day, everybody, or as it's called here in Finland, Vappu. And with all that being said, let's party. And so introducing what appears to be one of the main events here on May Day. We've got these two supermassive cranes which are lowering their cables towards the river, and on the bottom of the cable is a cage full of people. So at first glance it looks a bit terrifying, but in fact it's totally safe and it's pretty darn unique compared to the different traditions we've seen around the world, and it's distinctly Finnish because effectively the May Day celebration is the start of the summer celebration, and so you can imagine that river is pretty darn cold. Everybody in the cage is having a heck of a time. They're all screaming and cheering and freezing, and it looks like they're even popping champagne or at the very least spraying some water guns in the air. So it looks like a good time. And my understanding is all of the people in the cage are the first year university students who are effectively getting baptized after finishing their first year of studies and the summer is beginning. So it looks like a really great time and it's totally unique. It's kind of a joy to watch because they're all shivering and freezing and screaming. Just awesome.
Full body, have everything on the water. Keep your cap up and you'll become an authentic tekkari. Yes, that's the way you should do it.
I tell you what, everyone in Tampere is out here today and the weather could not be better. It's so lucky because even 2 or 3 days ago was cold and wet and rainy and gray skies, and we have blue skies and a balmy like 12 degrees today.
Right, yes.
Which is just beautiful. Everyone is enjoying. It's really good timing. So I guess the other main event here is this market, which is pretty long actually, with stalls all around, but it's giving me a bit of anxiety because it is exceedingly crowded. There are people all around, and a lot of them are purchasing like 65 centimeters of candy, sort of dangling in a string. It's sort of a unique way to buy candy. I've never seen that before, and of course some very Finnish food here, including that pink salmon on the big frying grill. I saw Ivana's eyes light up.
Looks good.
She's looking for some salmon, but we've been told the very traditional food on May Day is munkki, which I think is donuts.
Yes.
No problem. And something called sima, which is a slightly alcoholic honey flavored drink. Something like this. So we're on the hunt for sima and munkki. And breaking news, it is okay to drink a beer in public in Finland. I was wrong last video. I thought it was not okay, but it's definitely okay and everyone's doing it. So we're enjoying the beautiful weather and a beer and looking for some donuts.
Right.
Pretty good May Day.
Let's go.
Now I don't want to jinx it or speak too soon, but I gotta say, for this many people being out in the streets and most people drinking, I am really impressed with the almost total absence of litter, because I for one love drinking in public, but I really feel sad when I see litter. So I'm pretty impressed that everybody's drinking and smiling and the streets are clean. So good job, Finland. And so we've come to the main square here in Tampere, and it's so funny that we were here like 3 weeks ago or so and the weather was awful, and we said, man, if the weather was nice here, this would be a heck of a place. Imagine if it was full of people and everybody drinking and smiling. And turns out we were absolutely right. Because I guess this is not one of the main events of the May Day, but people just kind of spill over here and hang out because it's so beautiful. And with all the nice buildings and the architecture, just a great place to hang out. Although I think they're selling that small fish you had. Remember that small fish?
Yeah, herrings.
And the birds are attacking, trying to get the fish. They can smell it. So you gotta watch. But such a nice place to hang out. I mean, all the cobblestone and the buildings, just great.
Very nice.
This is munkki.
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 And sima?
Munkki ja sima. Do you want whole bottle?
No.
What's a normal amount? One serving.
One glass.
One glass.
Can. Perfect. And what is sima? It's alcohol.
No alcohol.
No alcohol.
No alcohol.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We got our monkey. Oh. Even touching it, it feels like it's gonna be good.
Ivana's been thinking about this donut all day. Is it wrong to call it a donut? No, it's a donut.
I think it's a Finnish donut.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Let me try. So good. It's a little bit bouncy. And it has a touch of cardamom, I think.
Really? Okay, something new.
Very good.
For sure, the comments told us to make sure it's a fresh one and a good one. Don't get it from the grocery store. Things like this is what they said. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
These look fresh, and she was selling them right there in the street.
Yeah, there were a few stalls selling this donut. We didn't know which one to choose. They all look the same. But this is very good. I like it. Simple, it's not sweet. I mean, there's sugar on top makes it sweet, but it's really good.
Now, for the full Finnish experience, wash it down with some sima, which we were told is alcoholic a little bit, but she said non-alcoholic.
It smells a bit sour.
Oh, almost like a vinegar, or what do you mean?
Wow. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit fermented. It's not like alcohol content like beer or something.
Okay.
But it tastes a little bit fermented, but it's fruity and sweet. It's good. I love it. It tastes a little bit like kombucha, really.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Great combo.
There you have it. I feel like this might not be the most authentic sima ever. It did come from a plastic jug. I feel like, I don't know why, the real one comes from a big glass bowl and your grandmother scoops a spoon in and pours it like this. I don't know why, I think I made that up, but good, that's a Finnish experience. For sure, all the comments said munkki and sima, must do on May Day.
Very good, I like it.
And so I think a lot of the festivities here today are based on the university students. Certainly the coveralls, which we've seen so many times, are based on the major of the university students. So pink would be a certain one. We've seen black and green and yellow and all different types of coveralls with patches all over them. We've even seen coveralls where one half of the body is one color and the other half is another color. Maybe we're thinking double major.
I think so,
That's our guess. Although I think since then, the party goes for anybody, because I saw one kid who was 10 years old, meaning not in university, and he was dressed up like Harry Potter.
Yes.
So I think it just becomes a big festival and a big party for everyone to hit the streets and dress up and have fun.
I think
people wearing pink wigs or whatever.
Yes, it's
whatever.
not just for students.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I guess one of the activities is the picnic. So everybody's chilling here, laying around and having a drink and sort of watching the kids get dunked. And it's just a sort of great place to relax. And like I say, the weather could not be better.
Yeah.
It's perfect timing for the weather to be so nice because the sun is shining and everybody's having a good time.
Yes, perfect. Perfect to welcome the summer.
Yeah, quite nice. And so I tell you what, everybody here seems to be drinking, or most people at the very least, and yet Ivana and I have seen exactly 0 people who are wasted or even just acting obnoxious.
Right.
Which is sort of a really nice thing to see as a tourist. Kind of in line with what my first impressions of Finland were. People here are very respectable. Even when they're partying and having a wild university party, they're still very respectable. So it's a really good thing, and yet another reason to love Finland. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Later.